now I want to bring the two parts of the control unit enclosure together. But before I do, I want to point out that I did run some Velcro through the top part of the back. It's also going to mount to the walker. And of course, it's nigh impossible to do that once the enclosure is sealed. So, again, think about any Velcro you want to put on before you bring these two halves together. The second part is we have run some software against the Pico just to test the assembly of all the components, or the wiring at least of all the components. But we also need now to load the official Walker proximity sensor software onto this Pico, which means we're going to have to connect it again to a data cable, and can't do that once the unit is assembled. So we're going to do it right now. So I'll slide this in, and then we'll go over to Thonny and see what to do there. All right, we loaded Thonny, and we brought up the main.py, main Python program inside Thonny. And now we just basically need to move it to the Pico, which will involve us we'll click Save As, or any one of the saves would work here, but Save As, and we're going to save to the RP2040 device. That's what the Raspberry Pi Pico is. And it needs to have the name main.py. So here it is on the device, and really we're done with the transfer of the software to the Pico. And we can shut Thonny down. Now we're back at the device. I can remove the USB cable. And what I want to do now is I'm going to orient these near each other. I need to get this USB cable connected to the USB port on the Pico, and I need to rotate this a bit so that it goes in properly, and it's so darn short. Let's see if I can get my hand out of the way. You have to just kind of tip this guy on his side. But now that I've got him like this, I'm going to rotate a little bit. I want the battery packs down in this area here. So I'll turn it and set it on top of the other half. Squeeze it together. Make sure I haven't got anything sticking out around these seams. And now I can put screws down into these openings on the front. And join the two halves together. This is where having a magnetic head on your screwdriver really is handy. All right, that unit is all set to be attached to the walker.